Hey ladies, it's Sandy here at Sandy's Left-Handed Crafts, and today I am jamming. Jamming is basically a process of crafting with two other ladies, but they're not here. So one of my crafty ladies have sent me a set of 3 cards. They've started them out with something, and I pick up here in the middle, and this is why I'm middling. When I'm done, I'm not going to do everything, okay? I'm going to make my mark, and then I am going to send them on to someone else to finish them. Once they're finished, the finisher actually, they keep one card, they send one card to the person who started the jam, and they send the other one back to me as the middler. So we each get a card that all 3 of us have worked on, and I've talked before about this. They are my little pieces of joy. So I thought I would share with you today how I jam. A lot of women are concerned. They're just not sure what to do when they're jamming. But I can tell you that it's not that bad, and it's really just paper, and it's okay. Have fun. So I'm just going to have some fun. I'm going to probably just shut up because I can think better when I'm not talking. And I'm just going to work on these jams. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first video with me, please check out my other videos at Sandy's Left-Handed Crafts on YouTube, and there's a vast array of them. I don't have a lot of videos up yet, but it's definitely growing, and seems like people are interested in this jamming thing, so that's why I'm sharing that with you today. Comment, like, and subscribe. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to play. So I have all kinds of things here in front of me to do, and basically I'm just going to pile these up. This one here has my attention first, I guess, because it is just, there is nothing been done yet. That is just some bubbly paper, and it makes me think of water and bubbles. So I'm really thinking mermaid. So let me see. These were started by someone called Patricia Shelley, and I don't know, what are we going to do? So I'm going to get out my stickers. That's kind of where I often start, is with stickers. And I've got some mermaid ones, and they're pretty fancy. I'm looking to see what else I have that might go with all those things that look bubbly to me, like bubbles. Now, if I was smart, I would check my jam list and see what Patricia likes. Is she into mermaids or not? But since I'm taping, I really can't stop and look at that jam list. So I hope you like this, Patricia. Now, my other place to go is I do a lot of printouts print-offs from Pinterest. And I have all kinds of things here that I have filed. It's not filed greatly, but it's filed. And yeah, I've got this really cool one. I love this one. These are some mermaid tails, and it says, I must be a mermaid to have no fear of depth and a great fear of shallow living. So I kind of like that saying, so that's what I am going to use. I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to take a bunch of stuff off. And what I may do is pause right here so you don't have to watch me do all this cutting, but I'll cut one on film and then I will pause and do the rest. But I'm just going to cut this out. I like this blue water look. I think this kind of goes because when you think about deep living and the bubbles, there's lots of bubbles usually with when you're down underwater. Yeah, I'm just talking crap. Anyway, I'm just going to take that little thing off there, and we might add it back after we get it on the card. So I have this piece of paper here. And when I print these off from Pinterest, I size them for the 2.5 by 3.5 piece square. So I cut and copy them into squares. So they're already kind of sized for me. And I think that'll go good there. Up towards the top. And then someone else can add some writing or whatever they want to do. But I think that definitely adds to this card. I think I'm going to take a little more of this blue off. I'm going to cut around the fin some more. There. And her little, I'm going to cut that off and make it nice and straight. Now I'm going to use my cutter here to get a nice straight line on her body. And then when I glue that on there, I think that will add quite a bit to this card. So I'm going to do 3 of those. I'm going to pause right now. And okay, I've got them all cut out, and I've got 2 of them glued. And as you can see, I use Aleene's tacky glue, because you want something that's going to hold up, because these are going to go in the mail and you don't want them to fall apart. You'll also notice probably that before there was like cardboard showing on the edges, so I kind of trimmed them up to fancy them up just a little bit. And the other thing is it's not a written strict rule, but it is a guideline that I like to follow, and that is I like to try to do 3 things. So I've added this awesome picture, and you know what, I love it with mermaid shimmer. So I'm gonna get this is my close to my heart shimmer pen, and I'm going to shimmer up. Sorry, I got my glasses on that do not have my bifocals, and so I've got to take my glasses off because I want to see. I'm just putting a little shimmer, whoops, or a lot of shimmer. See how it kind of follows along? I'm going to dump a little onto my next one. There. I squeezed too hard. So if you keep the shimmer on the mermaid, that usually helps. Because in my world, mermaid shimmer, dump the extra off here, and we'll use it on this one. I know that the camera does not pick up the shimmer very well, or what they call wink of Stella. If you go to the regular store, it's called wink of Stella. So, but let me see here. I'll put my glasses back on so I can see what you're seeing. Can you see the shimmer on the mermaid? Yeah. So, I did that. And my other favorite thing to do is to ink the edges. So I'm going to find some ink here. I have my inks. Let's see. I think we'll go with this blue. Or should we? Back. So when I ink the edges, I'm just adding a little color to the edges. Do you see? See how? So she shimmers, and she's got some pretty edges, and that's what I'm going to make all 3 look like. And then when I'm finished, find my little tray here. There it is. I have this little tray, and I have these little stickers that they're not actually stickers, they're just pieces of paper. But you'll see that Patricia Shelley put her name at the top. I'm going to put up one of these little pieces of paper on the back, and then I'm going to write the 3 things that I did. I put the mermaid with the sentiment, and I inked the edges, and I put Wink of Stella on the mermaid. And I'm going to do that to all 3 cards, and it's got my address on it so that the person that gets this next knows who to send it back to. So, isn't that simple and fun? It is very fun. So, I'm going to stop it here, and I'll show you when I'm all done. All right? Okay. I've inked all the edges. I've shimmered all the tails. I added the art. I put my name and what I did on the back. and they're still kind of damp, so I'm not putting them in their sleeve yet, but we transport them in these plastic sleeves because that kind of helps keep them in an envelope. And we typically use a business envelope to mail them. And these ones I have not put anything of any bulk on them. No gems or ribbons or anything to add to them, so they'll easily be just a 50-cent stamp. But it depends upon what I add with it, because I'm going to send this to somebody else, and I'm probably going to send it back to someone whose ATC that I'm going to be finishing. So that's why I collect these up for a while so I can keep them moving. So that's that one done. I think they look awfully cute, and I think whoever gets them next hopefully will see something they can do on them. So I'm going to set these aside, and let's see. My next one are, look at these. These kind of look like Grandma's teacup. Does that look like wallpaper you'd find at Grandma's house, maybe? These are from Swati Jane, and Swati Jane lives in Dubai. Okay, so these have come around the world to me. There's a little bit of a mark. She kind of probably slid it into the sleeve before it was dry, and there's a mark on there. I wonder what I can do to cover that up. All right. Well, let's see. I've got some stickers that are grandma-ish. Where did I put them? Are they in my other sticker sheet thing here? Let's look. I have quite a sticker collection here, okay? And most of these came from the Dollar Tree, or I bought for less than $1, or I bought for even less than $1, because these are 40 cents. So, you know, I don't know. I do not see those grandma ones in there yet. Let's see. I put them somewhere else because they were bigger. I am sorry that you're seeing me dig through things like this, but maybe it'll help you understand the process. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, maybe I'll leave the sentiment for the next person, because I am middling. I like these little cups. I'm going to get out my markers. And unfortunately, I don't have markers like, I don't have any alcohol markers. The closest thing I got to alcohol markers are these ones that I get from Dollar Tree for $1, and they're basically like Sharpies. But they're colored Sharpies, so they're kind of cool. So I've got darker colors and the lighter color set. There's just 8 of them. So there's the red, green, and there's this one, which is like their primary colors. The blue, I know this is like Pepsi Cola blue, red, black, and green. And then they have this one as their more pastel, and it's pink, blue, kind of a teal color, and then a purpley pink. So those are all I have for alcohol markers. I also have gel pens in here, different colored gel pens. And then I have these markers my son got me for Christmas one year. They're the super tip markers. They're Crayola. Or they may not be Crayola. They are actually they're Target knockoff Crayola, but they're still washable markers. So anyway, so that looks like whipped cream. I'm gonna leave the whipped cream white, but let's see. Let's make it either hot chocolate or coffee in the cup. So do you have to have a lot of fancy tools to jam? Not really. So now we've got something in the cup, and that cup, let's see, it should be, I want it to stand out, and I love this teal green color. So I think I'm going to make Grandma's cup teal green with the alcohol markers. Now with alcohol markers, I kind of just dab, because if you color hard, it will run and it'll go past your line. I love teacups. Okay. That's how I'm going to do that one. And then I think I'm going to go with this darker pink here. Kind of looks good with that background. And I'm going to color the saucer that color too. And then this pinkish purple I'm going to put here at the top. And the reason I'm doing that is there's a black design there. And I want you to be able to see it. And if I use too dark of a color, you're not going to see that. So I used a lighter color. Got to get the back of the cup there. So that is that. Now I am going to use a real light pink to color in this handle. There. So I colored the cup. Now I'm going to do that to the other two. And oh, she called it hot tea. So hot tea, but I don't usually see. Doesn't that look like a dollop of whipped cream on top? I think it's more like hot chocolate, but okay. I want to do something else, but I'm going to color. We're going to pause, and I'm going to keep working, and I'll come back and tell you what I did. Ta-da! Look at that. I found my grandma stickers, and I finished coloring the cup. And let's see. Let's look up, see what I got. If I've got anything that's like 3 of something, or something about tea maybe. Tea party? I think that's going to get lost on that busy paper. But the teapots and teacups are kind of cute. And that ribbon's cute. Only had 3 of them. That's why sometimes whenever I buy stickers, I like buy 3 sets. Well, I got letters here. Well, I know I get quiet when I'm thinking. You know that saying where it says, sometimes I just like to see what comes out of my mouth? Sometimes I just talk before I even think. So, I really want to cover up this little black mark. So, we got a cupcake. And we got another cupcake right there. And the really cool thing about these stickers is they're clear. They're clear stickers. So, you can see through them, which isn't good because now my cupcake looks funky. All right. Clear stickers is not working. All right, let's go somewhere else then. When all else fails, I go back to my printouts from Pinterest. And let's see, I know I've got some cupcakes and things where I've already got them cut out. Where is my ephemera that I have cut out? I reorganized and now I don't know where stuff is. Anyone done that before? Yeah. Alright, so you don't have to listen to me rustle. I'm gonna stop. I keep pausing and stopping and pausing. But okay. I found it. This is all my fancy ephemera that I've already cut out. And here's this one. This has lots of baked goods and things like that, and the lady, a fridge, and aprons and mixers. I want something a little smaller because this is all too big. Oh no, there's a muffin. Muffin? Muffin? Muffin. Yeah. A muffin. That works for me. So, I'll put all this other ephemera back in my thing. I could do croissant or a macaron. But aren't these all just fun images? These are all on Pinterest. Look for SGV files or whatever. They're like sticker sets that people put out there. And I don't have a cutting tool, but I can use my scissors. And I cut. Here's another one of the macaroons. If we want to make it more French. I know I'm silly. or the croissant. Anyways, we'll put them back. Here's another macaroon, but that's a different macaroon. I typically print everything in 3s because I like the jam. And when I jam, I want to have 3 of something because I want to be able to make each jam identical so that it works well for the other person. So we're going to put this blue cupcake on there. It's a little big, but somebody can put some words over the cupcake, or remember, I'm middling, so I can't finish it. But I can add a cupcake. Okay. So I'm going to add a cupcake. And I'm going to add it just so that I cover up that black mark. So, is that cute? Yeah. So, I'll add some glue. Sometimes when I put too much glue on, I share it with the other piece a little bit. So then I can stick that one down, and I can stick this one down. Isn't that cute? Get a little more glue here for this one. Not glob it so bad. I don't even know if my microphone's picking me up. So anyway, all right, I'll talk a little louder. I'm gonna leave it at that because I colored. That's a lot of stuff. I colored the cup and I added a cupcake. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't know what the next person's gonna want to do. They're gonna want to do something, and I don't want to take up all the room. So, that is that one. I'm gonna let it dry. Well, I gotta put the labels in the back, and then I'll go to the next one. And I've got this cute little girl. She is so cute. Whatever am I gonna do with her? She looks like she's got some sass, and I've got some sassy things. We'll sass her up. All right. I'm gonna pause because I'm listening to music and I want to listen to some music. Okay, I went back to some of my printouts, and these are some stamps that I printed off from Pinterest, and some of them are kind of sassy and some are fun, and I think I want a long skinny one here, so I'm looking at the longer, skinnier ones. I like these better because they printed out more clear. I kind of like this one here. You would think that with all your multiple personalities, at least one would be likable. Honey, I have heels higher than your standards. That one's cute. Cleaning? I just sweep the room with a glance. That one's kind of funny. Mostly I just sit around all day being fabulous. This is kind of me. I don't like mornings, people, or mornings or people. So, This is what my children would say is me. As long as everything is exactly the way I want, I'm totally flexible. I'm sorry, I don't remember ordering a glass of your opinion. Ooh, ow. This one's good. A friend is someone who knows the song in your heart and can sing it back to you when you have forgotten the words. This one is a good one for me to remember. Being happy doesn't mean everything's perfect. It means you decide to see beyond the imperfections. This is my saying right here. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? I'd find somewhere. But anyway. I still think, honey, I have heels higher than your standards is cute. Now what you'll see here is I have 3 sheets of paper stacked up. So I'm cutting out 3 of them all at the same time. So that's my saying. Now you know what? I have a cute stamp of high heels that would go good for this. Let me trim this up. Trim, trim, trim. Okay. And my stamps. Let's look in here. I've just got my Julie Nutty stamps in there. And look at my other box over here. I know I'm pretty sure. Yes. Look at there. That's a cute high heel. That'll look cute there. Don't you think? And let's see. These stamps came out of one of those, I don't know if you've seen the crafting magazines at Joann's is where I typically pick them up if I find them. Or Michael's has them, but they're like magazines, and I think they come from the UK mostly. But anyways, they're magazines, and they have papers and stamps and all kinds of things in them. And they're a little expensive, but you get a whole stamp set, which is so cool. Plus you get a bunch of ideas, and you usually get papers, and I mean, it just goes on and on. And it just makes it perfect. So I picked up a couple of those, and that's what this stamp is from. Now, they've got that teal background. My favorite stamps or colors. I have that teal color. That looks pretty close to her shoes. Now, obviously, it's not the shoe she's got on, but it's a shoe. Stuck that on my block. Now, I've got a pretty hard surface right now where I'm at. And if you have a little sponge under you, it usually helps when stamping. So I'm going to borrow one of my little sponges from my, thank you. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to, this stamp has been used before. I love this little heel. So I don't have to worry about rubbing it off or anything. Now, the first one is always tricky. How does that look? Does that look good? Yeah. Okay. Bring this over here. And stamp. Cute. And one more. And if you mess up, you put a little note on the back, say, send this one back to me. Or you keep the one you messed up. At least that's how I do it. So, there's cute little heel. And now I'm going to clean my stamp real quick. These are all close to my heart products. I am not a consultant at this moment in time, but hopefully when I get some money coming in, I will be. And I can share with you more my love for close to my heart. They have some awesome papers, and their stamps are pretty cool. I will admit I think Stampin' Up stamps are probably better, but at least Close to My Heart does really cool stamps, and they make them very nice for scrapbooking, which is my other favorite hobby, is scrapbooking. And so that's why I like Close to My Heart. Yeah, this is what happens, is I pull out that stamp and now it's disappeared what it came from. Not there. Under here. Okay. I like to put my stamps back where I found them because then I can find them again. Unless I use them a lot, but then I kind of keep them right in here. But anyway, so as you can see on this one, I've used the flower, I've used the butterfly, and I've used the shoe. And the little saying here is cute. It says, happiness starts within your soul. But there's kitty cats, those are cute. Another pair of shoes. I love ladybugs. So, you know, this was just a cute little stamp set. Alright. And I will close up my cleaner. My square back. Away. Put my ink back in there, and let's see. I want to leave enough room so if someone else wants to do something, they can. Oh, it must be lunchtime. My husband's calling. See you. Or I don't think I think I've been talking to myself. I just hit my pause and it said resume. So I just took and I found some pieces of sequins that are about the color that I wanted. And I added these flowers that I found. And we are decorating my shoe. I covered up the flowers that were on the back of the heel because I didn't like how they colored. And now I'm just adding some different decoration. Again, I've used Aleene's tacky glue, so it should dry clear, and hopefully those will stay on. Aren't they cute? So here's my finished product. This one's a little drier maybe. Now, the next person, they may add something at the top, they may ink the edges, they may do something to my shoe, I don't know. But they're gonna have something to work with, I think. And so that's that one. Put these sequins back. I was saying a lot of these things that are in my goodie boxes are things that I got from friends, either in pocket letters or swaps, so I have lots of little things to choose from. I haven't bought all this stuff. My husband might not think that, but I haven't. But see, I also, when I swap, I always include things in mine too, so I do buy that stuff. But usually whatever you get back, usually something different than what you sent away. So that's why I have so many options. And I didn't start out this way, and trust me, it takes time to build, but you can do this on a shoestring. You really can. So I put all my little things back, and there are my the little girl with a shoe. All right, I'm gonna find her. This is her little thing that she came in. I stack them up and put them aside so they can dry. And then I put the things on the back that have my name and address and what I did. And I try to remember all that good stuff. So this next one is this feather. This looks interesting. Whatever can we do with that? Let me put this away while I'm thinking. This is just a little thank you stamp from close to my heart. And I will put that away. All right. My first idea is always to color, but you know, I really want this to look like a feather. So this one may be a little more elaborate. Because I really want to make this pretty. I have stickles. So, and I have my pens. I've got this, and I don't know, isn't it what kind of feather is it that usually has the eye? It's kind of turquoisey. Like that. Like that. And then, I want something that makes me think of feathers. Feathers is the one thing I don't think I have. But I'm thinking, do any of my ribbons? No. Any of my washi tape? I know I've made feathers with washi tape. But, I feel like this gold would look good around here. So I'm going to fill this in with some gold. And you're looking at my head, aren't you? Okay. Look it, I love that. Can't really see it very well, but let's try. Excuse me. Do you see the stickles? The glitter in it? Kind of pretty. And you know, I really want that eye to stand out. So I think I'm going to add this kind of shimmery over the eye that I colored. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that makes that eye look pretty cool. I'm gonna put some more, put the gold on here while I'm thinking. Cause see, I'm still thinking how I wanna do all this feather. Am I gonna do it all in stickles? I don't know. Am I gonna color it? All I know is that looks so pretty. Okay. Do I want it to look like a natural feather? For some reason I'm thinking dark purple. Why is dark purple on my mind? Let's see what I got in pens. Okay. Well, we know this is a fairly light purple. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna get out these markers again. And let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put these two over here. You don't want to bump them when the stickles are wet. The background of the paper shows through. It's kind of cool. I love that crackle finish look. don't think I want to do the whole feather all in the same color, but I think that kind of sets off the eye part. What about this blue? For being $1 for 4 markers, this was probably one of my better buys. These Sharpie colored, they're not Sharpies, they're dollar store. So, but I got 4 of them for it, so $1 a piece. Not bad, huh? I'm gonna go every other one for a minute and see what happens. Now here, I'm gonna go here, being careful not to get my hand in the stickles. That kind of worked out nice, didn't it? Let's try the pink. Let's do the pink here. That pretty? You know, I think I'm going to use this teal green for the stem here, or whatever that is. Do I have the green or do I have the teal? I don't know. So what do you think? So there's my color that I've added. I'll put these up here. Okay. Now to add the pretties. This one's gonna pretty fancy. I'm gonna thin out my stickles a little more and kind of smear them around and not lay them quite as thick. You see how I kind of filled that in without building it up so much? I'm going to continue to play with my stickles. And I'm going to pause because I need some music. And when I come back, we'll see how my feathers look. All right, I'm back, and look at these feathers. They're so glittery and pretty, and oh, I forgot to finish my silver there. Well, here, I'm going to show you how I did it. See, I got my stickles. They come in these tubes. Do you remember when they had like paint in these, and you painted t-shirts or fabric or puffy paint? I excelled in this stuff, so I loved it. Anyway, so that's what it reminds me of. I am just going to fill in. You might notice a little difference between my feathers. I goofed while I was coloring, and the spots where I was going to put blue, I put teal. So the one's a little more special than the other one because it's got more blue on it. But I'm just covering it in glue in the stickles. And basically stickles is glue with glitter in it. That's all it is. So they have glitter glue at the dollar store. So, you know, if you really want to start out with that. But the stickles, I don't know if there's anything special about it or not, but it's made by Ranger. Got it at Michael's. It's expensive, so you want to use a 40% off coupon. But it's fun stuff, and I like it. And look it. So I used the clear or the iridescent one on like the pinks and the purple and the green eye. Then I used the gold on this part around the eye, and I used the gold on the stem also, or whatever this, I don't know what that's called anyways, but that part of the feather. And then on the blue and the green, I used my silver stickles and put silver glitter over it. So these are going to take a while to dry, and so you really don't want to bump them or mess with them, and you want to set them aside. Don't stack anything on them. Been there, done that. Don't do it. So I'm going to set them aside, and I got one more to do, and then I'm finishing this video. So I'm going to move my feathers very carefully, and I'm going to put them behind me on my table where they're not likely to get bumped. Okay, I'm back. All right. These ones, oh, Vicky McCrae, she does such a fine job. I'm going to share with you what she puts on the back of hers, and I love it because what she does is she numbers hers. Excuse me. Trying to find a way to cover. Sorry, Vicky. Anyway, you notice she puts on the back, she numbers them, number 57. And she also numbers the cards, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. So we know that there are 3 cards. She puts what she made it out of. The base is made out of cardboard, stamped and cut out, with a lady with blonde hair and a dog in the rain. And then she puts her name on it. So she's very good about that. She does an awesome job. So shout out to Vicky. Woohoo! All right, stick that back away. And let's see. So, I don't know, this dog in the rain. She made the girl's blonde hair. She must not have wanted that changed. My typical thing is I have to color. So I'm going to color. I'm going to do my best to try and make them pretty, and then I'll come back and share with you. And we'll end this video. It's over an hour long already, so sorry. And with all the choppy pauses and stuff. So I will talk to you in a minute. Bye. Okay. Oh, I better stop my music or they'll be mad at me. Okay. Stop my music. Hello there. I have finished with these little woman walking the dog. I colored them. And then I added, let's see if we can get it to focus. Oh, really? You know what? That sounds like not my problem. She is just enjoying her day. Even though it's raining, she is out walking her dog and looking fabulous. So that is how I finished up that. Now I'm going to pull all of these back in here just so you can see them one more time. And my feathers are still drying, so I'm going to be very careful with them. So, I middled these 5 jams, and I am going to send them to someone else to finish them up. Now I have several jams that I'm going to finish, and I'm probably going to put that in the next video. And then what happens is when I package them up, the finished ones, I will send if they're on the jam list, okay? Some people go on and off for busy reasons or whatever, and or sickness or whatever. So you need to check your jam list and make sure everyone is still jamming. But I will send these to the next person. Now this one here came from Dubai, so that's an international one. So I want to make sure that whoever I send that to next, that they are someone who wants to do international jams. Because there are some people on the jam list that do not do international jams. To me, it's really not that bad, because an international jam, all you gotta do is, I'm getting my stamps out. Well, here's a regular 50-cent stamp. This is a world stamp, and they're usually like, I think it's $1.25 or $1.10. I can't remember how much they are, but they're about $1. So you get that, or there's the butterflies, and the butterflies are what I put on most of my jams because they are for heavier. They add like an extra ounce to the weight for you to jam. And you know, sometimes all the glue and the extra papers and cardboard and everything, it makes them a little heavy. Well, goodness gracious, I don't have any of my butterflies? Alright. Well, I think I've got a self-addressed stamped envelope somewhere here. I know. I accidentally did one up for someone. Darn it, why is it whenever you want something, that's when you cannot find it? Alright, well anyway, they're butterfly stamps, and if you just go in and ask for a butterfly stamp, the butterfly stamp means that it will not get machined. Otherwise, it won't be sent through the machines. And when your envelopes are a little thick and they've got all these cards in them, sometimes they just don't want to go through the machine real pretty, and they will rip and tear things up. So you don't want to run these through the machine. So the blue butterfly, I think it adds an extra ounce, maybe not. Maybe it's just the non-machining surcharge. But anyway, it's typically what I use. I'm looking for one. Here's one that was sent to me. Okay. See the yellow butterfly? And see that stamp there, it says non-machinable. That's what happens, and this is the envelope that one of these jams came in. So, I will, if they're a little heavy, take them into your post office and have them weigh them just in case. And sometimes they'll add an extra 10 or 15 cents to them because they're a little heavy. You definitely don't want a jam getting to somebody and them having to go to the post office and pay for it. That's not cool. So that's what I do. All right. I've had so much fun playing, and I'm taking you along on the ride, I hope. And you've got to see how I like to play, what I like to do. And I encourage you to join a jam group or an ATC group. Try out some jamming. It's fun. And I want y'all to have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.